Good morning and welcome to today's service. Today we are celebrating Fall Ohigan. We will begin today's service with opening meditation. If you could please join me in Gassho. I am, in reality, a foolish being of birth and death, possessed of deep and heavy karmic evil and transmigrating in the 6 courses. The suffering is beyond words. Now, encountering a true teacher, I have been able to hear the name that embodies Amida's primal vow. The Buddha instructs me to say the Nembutsu single-heartedly and aspire for birth. May the Buddha's compassion, never abandoning the universal primal vow, grasp me, a disciple. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. We'll continue with the 3 treasures. Fortunate is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the 3 treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment, and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in a life of harmony, and a spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriad of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Now we'll have the chanting of Juseige. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Gagon chosegan hishimu jodo shigan humanzo sebu joshongan gao muryoko ui dai seishun usai shobingu sebu joshongan gashi jobutsu no myosho chojipon kukyo mishomon sebu joshongan ryokujin shonen Joe Shubongyo Shigumu Jono Isho Tenin Shi Jinriki En Daiko Usho Musai no Shoujo Sankumyo Kosai Shuyakunan Kaichi egen meshi konmoan heisoku shoaku no tsunatsu zen shumon koso jomanzo iyo no jippon nichigatsu shujuki tenko onpugen ishu kai hozo kose kudoku o jo dai shuchu seppo shishiku kuyo isai butsu gusoku shutoku on Ganesshitsu Joman 得意三界を如仏無下地つらつみ不詳安楽永人投資最小尊志願略効果大仙王官能国書天人統一妙見南無ダム南無ダム南無ダム南無ダム南無ダム南無ダム願にしく読平等聖祭道本菩提心往生安楽We'll continue with the recitation of the Golden Chain. Golden Chain. I am a link in Amita's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Andos. Namo Andos. Namo Andos. Now we'll have our first gatha, Que Sera Sera. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I was young, I fell in love. I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly. Que given by Reverend Tim Castle.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Fall Ohigan service. Does it feel like fall yet? Not to me at all. As I record this talk today, it is September the 16th, and it's still 90 degrees out. It is still summer in my book. But in looking at the calendar, I see, at least it says, that fall is just around the corner, and that corner needs to come pretty darn quick because I am tired of the heat. And hopefully, as we all move farther into this year, the end of 2020 will bring to all the world the beginning of a preventative answer to COVID-19. And maybe, just maybe, by this time next year, we will all be observing Fall Ohigan together in our Hondo in Sacramento. Thank you, Reverend Matt, for chairing today's service and handling the chanting and the musical offerings. As usual, I appreciate Reverend Matt's ukulele, as every week he nails it. Right, Matt? Thank you. September does bring us together to observe our Fall Ohigan, and I always remember the first day of fall as September 23rd, as my daughter Leanne's birthday is also on the 23rd. It is great to be here with all of you today, and today, like every day, is the perfect time to remember the time of year, the people who have made us who we are, and to simply think about where we are right here, right now, today. Please join me in Gasho. The words of Anderson Cooper. As bravely as possible, accept with gratitude the world as it is. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. So the question that I start almost every service in Marysville is, how is everyone doing today? I hope you are all giving thumbs up to your screen right now. And although life is very different, I hope that life is good for all of you. The reason why I am here today, or at least my recorded message is here today, is Reverend Matt is taking some well-deserved time off, and the minister assistants are helping out. Today, as we observe our Fall Ohigan service, as the seasons begin to change, and we reach a time of balance in our days and nights, it is nature who reminds us that today, like any other day, is the perfect time to hit that big pause button of our lives and think about where we are right here and now. It's nature that reminds us to think about the constant change in our lives and be grateful for every minute that we are able to share with each other. As every day is a good day, and one that we need to be able to open our Dharma eyes wide open and be grateful for, even if it is not really a good day. But more on that topic to come. So everyone knows what this Ohigan is about, right? In our Jodo Shinshu tradition, we observe Ohigan twice a year, during the spring and fall equinox, a time of year when the days and nights are of equal length. And with this thought of change and balance in mind, and the thought of learning what our traditions mean, I always try to revisit our teachings and our practice, just in case there are people new to Jodo Shinshu in attendance. Now, Higan means other shore, and during Ohigan, we are encouraged to sense the constant change and oneness of all existence. Ohigan is a time of transition, from the short days of winter to the long days of summer and back again, a time of seasonal transition. It is also a time to think about another transition, from this shore of birth and death to the other shore of enlightenment. Now, personally, I like to think that Ohigan is a time to focus on the transition to enlightenment, but enlightenment here today, in this life. So to me, the transition to the other shore is simply each and every day that we try to look for help in getting to the other shore of enlightenment. One question that I've often thrown out to the universe, and maybe it is more than a question, current events have really brought about in me certain doubts. One thing that I struggle with getting my arms and head around is the Buddhist teaching that we should be grateful for every single day. I know that with our Dharma eyes wide open, we must look at every single day with gratitude, the days of great joy and happiness, as well as days of grief and sadness. And I think it's very hard to do. I know it's very hard for me to do. I know there's a saying in Japanese, Subara shii hibi, and it usually is translated as every day is a wonderful day. And one time I asked Reverend Yukawa about this translation, and he said that really, that's not a good translation. Really, is every day full of wonder? ? I don't know. Maybe a better translation using our heart is every day is a good day. And even the word good is a bit of a landmine, huh? Because there are bad days or there are difficult days. The word good, I think, from a Buddhist perspective, would be good from the sense that every day that we are alive, we are able to look at each day with gratitude for what we have experienced and what we have learned. So maybe a best Buddhist definition of Subara shii hibi is, with our Dharma eyes wide open, we have been given a gift of life. Life will give us ups and downs. And from these ups and downs, we learn to live with gratitude in our hearts for each and every day. So again, I ask the question, can we really live our lives like this? Can I really live my life like this? I'm always looking for ways to open my Dharma eyes. And a year or so ago, I found something watching late night TV that really has brought this discussion out, at least to me, in a way that I've been able to begin to calm some of my doubts and answer some of my questions. I would like to touch upon a conversation between late-night talk show host Stephen Colbert and CNN news anchor Anderson Cooper. The topic of their conversation was grief and how they have personally handled the grief of losing significant people in their lives. Colbert lost his father and two brothers in a plane crash when he was only 10 years old. Anderson Cooper, too, lost his father at the age of 10. And I think it was just 2 years ago, Gloria Vanderbilt, his mother, passed away. Their talk was really amazing. It was so honest and refreshing, as it was a talk that any one of us here today could be having. I know that I can't see all of you viewing today, but by a show of hands, how many of you have suffered the loss of someone very close to you in your lifetime? Of course, the answer we all know is that all of us have suffered loss. The historical Buddha talked about this, stating that every household we could visit would tell you that they have suffered loss. What was interesting in this universal message that both men vocalized, now Colbert is a lifelong, very devout Catholic, and Anderson Cooper is agnostic. But their ending point was simply this. If we honestly and sincerely have gratitude for the gift of each day of our life, then we must also accept the things we wish most had not happened. Each day is a gift, and if we live our lives, we will experience great joy and great suffering. So as bravely as possible, we must accept with gratitude the world as it is. So what do you think? What do you think about that? To me, I think it is difficult. It's a difficult task for anyone. But maybe that it's a task that we all need to overcome if we want to achieve enlightenment, or at least more awareness. I know, again, that I have doubts that I can never look upon that what I most wish had not happened with acceptance. But then I also know that life is good, and truly I am grateful for the life that I have. And maybe with awareness of loss, we also get the awareness of other people and their lives. With awareness of loss, we come to feel a fullness of our humanity. With awareness of loss, we can connect with other people, and maybe we can love more. In the end, all I know is what we can do is simply try. All we can do is try. Try to live a life of gratitude for each and every day. And maybe with this new awareness, as we contemplate this Ohigan time of year, we contemplate it with a renewed sense of seeking awareness in this life. Each day will be a good day, a day to remember. And with our Dharma eyes wide open, we will think that life is good. Please join me in Gassho. As bravely as possible, accept with gratitude the world as it is. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandab, namandab, namandab. Again, thank you all for joining in today to simply think about the truth that surrounds us on this fall Ohigan Sunday. I hope that we can all find in our own unique paths. As I like to say in Marysville, let's keep hiking the path. And I hope you all have a great day today. And I hope to see you all again real soon. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Reverend Tim, for your Dharma talk. It was a wonderful explanation of Ohigan and a very personal connection. I hope all of us will endeavor to live that kind of life. Our closing GATHA will be Ondoku-san. If you could all please join me in Gassho for closing meditation. If sentient beings take refuge in the Buddha, those people will be fearless in the face of 100 billion maras. All the more free of fear are those who have aspired to cross the current of birth and death and reach the shore of uncreated nirvana. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you again, everyone, for attending today's service, and we'll see you next week. Stay safe. Bye.